What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a title called Idun. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that properly. It might just be Idun. I'm not entirely sure how it's pronounced. None of the characters in the game with the voice acting, or I guess the AI voice acting, have said the game's name out loud as of right now. But this is one of those games just like Warcana that we played around with a little bit ago, where it is a game about absurd numbers of aliens taking a run at your space mining operation. There's an entire planet for you to play missions on. There's a base building and sort of production, almost factory line aspect to the game. And ultimately, you go into missions, you fight as many aliens as possible, you try to complete your mission, and if you do, you get rewards that'll give you various turrets, various upgrades, various things you can play around with, new building types and stuff like that allow you to get more sophisticated and do it better the next time around. At the moment, you're catching me on kind of the tail end of, I guess, a survival mission. I don't know if we're actually going to make it on this one. I think the 15 minutes was optional. You've caught me in the last couple minutes here while playing around with the game. But if after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. You can check that out there. On top of that, you can also find links to my Discord and my Twitch stream just in case you wanted to hang out live. But let's dive straight on into Idun. As I said, in this game, you are the director of a space mining operation. As far as I can tell, it takes place in a setting that's very much like Dune, where there's this stuff that everybody wants. It's kind of like this gold fluid, I guess, that is mined out of the core of this planet. And it's worth an absolute fortune. However, we're part of a giant space empire that desperately needs that stuff in order for all of its infrastructure and for all of its war efforts and for all of its industrial efforts to be worth anything. And so it's actually kind of vital what we're doing out here, slaughtering ridiculous amounts of space bugs and space dinosaurs in order to get this stuff back home. Otherwise, it's all gonna fall apart. In exchange for doing this, we are adopted by the Emperor, or the Empress, effectively. And every now and again, you're going to see a drop pod fall from the sky. This game does have some survivor's influence inside of it, where this right here, this little meter, you can think of it like XP, but basically it's the amount of ore that we've gotten out of our current mining operation. And the good news here is we don't just get it out of the ground, it also comes from the annihilated minigunned skulls of aliens, and so you can see it flying out of their bodies right there and filling up the meter. Whenever the meter fills up, that means that we've hit our quota, and thus the Empress will gift us another batch of things that we can use in order to protect our mining operation. You've also got active abilities in this game. I found that over the last 2 hours of playing the game, it does do a pretty good job at keeping you motivated, in the respect that there's a bunch of different mission types. So for a game like this, you would assume that the vast majority of the missions would just be me defending mining operations, but not the case at all, actually. There's a whole bunch of objectives to this game that kind of keep it fresh and keep it entertaining and keep you in the pilot seat and ready to go for another mission. So far, I've seen everything from just straight defense missions like the one that we're playing right now. I've seen missions where you've got a battle mech, and the battle mech has to go out and do objectives on the various areas of the map, and you actually have direct WASD control over that mech, and you can control its weapons and its firing patterns and stuff like that as you go out to grab objectives, and you're also deploying turrets everywhere to cover your blind sides where you can't fight. I've seen missions where you've got a giant mining rig, and you get to pilot that around, and you mine these big, like, mountains over here. You kind of, like, mine these down and get ore from doing those while at the same time protecting it, and it's kind of unwieldy and slow and not altogether that strong. There was another mission type where we've got a giant nuclear bomb that's, like, comically oversized. It looks like an Acme nuclear bomb, and we've got to truck it all the way to a number of bug holes and blow them up while defending them with turrets, and that's the ultimate goal of the mission. And so they've actually got a lot of missions in here that allow you to do different stuff and sort of, I guess, refresh the palette, I suppose, when you're tired of just the standard defense missions. There's a lot of defense missions in here that have, like, a hook, or they've got, like, interesting things going on. I've also got active weapons right here, so I've got an autocannon that I can fire from the space station that we're currently headquartered on. Ooh, we got upgrades over here. Let's get 25% more fire rate on our minigun turrets, because my minigun turrets, I think, are doing the lion's share of the lifting here. But we're operating out of a space station, and the space station has various orbital guns that are really kind of channeling that Helldiver's energy, where I can take it and I can just kind of swish through the enemy like you can see up there at the north and wipe out a whole bunch of them in order to alleviate, I guess, pressure points where the enemy is beginning to break through. There's missiles you can fire from orbit. The game has full terrain deformation as well when you're using explosives. So you'll dig out almost these World War I looking trenches from your artillery fire, and all of this stuff is destructible from what I've seen so far. Like these little environmental things, like if you have a mortar cannon and the mortar cannon is firing across them, like they will actively get sort of voxeled away and destroyed as the mission goes along, lending it a little bit of like a creeper world influence as well. It looks like we've completed all of our objectives, so I'm gonna ride this thing on out and I'll cut you back on in when we're about to lose. It looks like the end is now nigh. You can tell that the unit numbers here get absolutely absurd while you're playing through the game, but that counts as a mission success. Let's get a total tabulation on the amount of enemies that we murdered there. I believe we almost broke 100,000 aliens that we wiped out in just that 15-minute mission. And so you can tell the numbers get absolutely absurd depending on your performance inside of missions, whether or not you get 1 star, 2 star, 3 stars. The game has kind of like a mobile-y structure to it, but ultimately it's actually a really satisfying game. And so while it borrows a lot of core mechanics from mobile games, they've actually done a pretty good job converting them on over into a defense strategy game. We've got a rocket artillery, we've got a meteor missile that we can fire from orbit, we got a hero over here that we can deploy, we got some energy. I don't think that's implemented yet because I haven't seen any uses for it, and we also got 150 fuel. That's going to take us back up to the planetary menu over here. On the planetary menu, we're going to be able to do a number of things, the most important of which is that we can go to our main space station. Our main space station, all of these were metal shutters when I first started out. I have built all of these facilities, and as you get further on into the game, you're able to build more floors so that you can have more facilities. The thing that I produced here was carbon steel. I guess last time around I got an asteroid miner, which means that I'm getting a trickle of carbon steel now every single time I go through a mission. Over on this side, we're getting a little bit of juice, and we're also getting some plutonium over here. I haven't figured out how to swap these yet. It doesn't seem like once I set up a recipe, I can't get the recipe on out of there so that I can refine other things. And so I haven't quite gotten to the bottom of exactly how we do that exactly yet. Like, you can't right-click on it, you can't click and drag it out. So I'm guessing that maybe you've got to build multiples of these facilities. I don't really entirely know. Like in the case of the farm, we can have multiples of them for producing space juice and for producing turkey jerky, which are upgrade items that are used for making our turrets and our heroes and everything else stronger as we go through the game so that we can attempt higher difficulties. Every single tile on the map here that you'll see has 3 different difficulties that you can play around with. So this one's got like a 41 difficulty right there. Cloudless range. We just got to survive for 3 minutes. We've got the nuke on wheels over here. I wanted to show you guys the mech survival missions because I think those are the most appealing because those are the missions where you have active control over units and stuff like that. But we've got Protect the Deep Drill over on this side for maggots. We've got Flower Hill, which is a nuke on wheels. I'll show you the nuke on wheels. I don't know what difficulty I want to attempt this at. We get 100 fuel for doing it that way. I need more of the blue juice, man. I need way more blue juice out here. I've got 6 minutes to wipe out the enemy target. Actually, the rewards aren't that great over there, so maybe we'll just go for this guy. We get another liquid storage right there that we can play around with. We also get some nano alloy. Nano alloy would be nice for upgrades. I could do that. Let's do some nano alloy. At the beginning of the mission, you get to pick what you're going to bring in as your initial starting loadout. You can get pumps. So I no doubt you noticed when I was playing through before, the entire game basically runs with alien blood. You can set up pumps to suck up that alien blood so that you can refine it into other resources later on down the line. I've got rocket artillery over here. Let's take rocket artillery in with us. That'll be kind of fun. We'll take ham in with us, and this time around, maybe I'll take a meteor missile. So you can see what that looks like. Alright, so I can destroy these rocks over here. And if I destroy these rocks, we can turn these into mining points so that we can get more resources. As you can see, the rocket is actively firing right here. Let's shoot a missile at them just to wipe them out. The cooldown's not that long on the missile anyways. And this guy right here is just going to pump crystals directly into our overall stash. I definitely need something that holds off little guys a little bit better. Maybe I'll put Ham out here to act as a buffer. Everything in this game has a click and drag interface to it, and you can move your turrets around as you see fit. I played the game a while back, and it had push pause, but now it kind of has push pause, but on like really weird keys, and so I haven't really been using it. I'm just playing it as a real-time game. But anyways, the last time I played the game like a year ago, you could press space and pause the game and move all your stuff around. What do we get here? We can get the sky gun. Yeah, I'll take the sky gun. Why not? Let me get the sky gun so that I can help clear some of this out over on this side. We'll blow them up. Maybe I can get Ham over to here. We don't really have the turrets to support this strategy, so it may get a little mangy over here and a little bit hectic. Here, break that so that Ham can shoot at stuff again. Shoot a missile over there just to hold him back. And then if we can get our resources flowing and maybe get like a good pack of turrets, we'll be all right. Let me get a minigun right there. We almost lost our harvester on that side. Drop a missile right there to wipe them out. Put this guy in the middle so that he can effectively defend everything. And it looks like we've got a nice flow of resources going for us right now. You can go out into the fog, by the way. So the map is not confined specifically to where it's at right now. There's that. What did we get? We got a shotgun turret and a minigun turret. I'm going to put the minigun turret over here to alleviate pressure on this side because the enemy is coming through. Get them with a missile right there just to clear that out. We're out of ammo for the orbital Gatling cannon, so we've just got to kind of wait it out until it reloads.
We've done half the work.
Got them right there. I just need to keep these up and running because these are basically the pipeline to my resources. If I don't have those, we're in deep trouble. These guys over here, drop a missile on them. Another pack right there. We've got, I'll take a shotgun, sure. Give me a shotgun. Anything that shoots in the enemy and puts steel in a direction, I'm okay with. Drop a missile right there. We may have to pull our turrets back before too long and just sort of abandon these harvesting spots. It looks like they're going down to me. I could probably move this guy over here just to help out a little bit. I don't think they're getting quite as much pressure on this side. Drop a missile right there to get rid of those dudes. It's a very frenetic game. Like, it's a game that holds your attention. It's definitely like, it's one of those games that is like ADD personified, but I think that's going to work for a lot of people. Drop a missile right there. Shotguns all over the place. I can't keep my orbital cannon reloaded for nothing right now, though. Pull him back because his HP's low, and losing a turret in this game is like one of the worst things that can possibly happen. I don't have pumps or anything else to play around with to get all this blood off the ground. Wish that I did, but I don't. Let's give them a strafe over there just to thin those numbers. And I think we're starting to get up to the point right now where we have enough turrets to hold the line, but it was definitely looking a tiny bit scruffy for a little bit. Rocket turrets will fire rockets whenever damaged. Give me another hero. I don't know what this hero does. It looks like he's got like a penetrating sniper rifle, so he's probably not going to be that helpful on this mission. It looks like he's built for taking down like the big heavies and whatnot. Throw a missile over there. And I think we're looking zesty. We've only got like 20 seconds left to go before we're out of here. And so if we can just hold for a little while longer, I think we'll be okay. Drop a missile right there.
Just a few more steps, and we'll be done.
The game does have voice acting, but from what I can tell, the entire game's voice acting is done by AI right now. They're going to want to get that swapped out just for production values purposes. Get it looking and sounding good. I want my other orb. Where's my other orb at? No, my orb, dude. I was so excited about my acquisition of orb. I was ready to add it on into my body. We got 50 nano alloys, though, which is really good. What can I do with my 50 nano alloys? Can I do anything spicy with them? Not really, because I need carbon fiber for a lot of this stuff. I can manufacture... Ooh, I can manufacture proximity mines. Maybe I'll take those. I found the proximity mines to actually be pretty good. Normally, I'm not a big believer in mines in video games like this. Like, I find mines to be underwhelming. But my experience thus far has been that the minefields in this game are pretty good. Like, the AoE definitely busts a lot of aliens open. So we've got a little bit of that over there. What do we have going on over here? Oh, you double click on it to get it out of there. All right, well, that's apparently the one thing that I didn't try. I would love to start producing Epley. Like, I need tons and tons of Epley. Unfortunately, I don't have the storage racks for a lot of the refined things that I'm making, so that's not going to be that helpful. Ah, that's a bummer right there. Yeah, I can only store like 2 of it. So what we're going to need to do is I need more of these rack storages over here. But that's just for liquids. So I need like whatever allows me to store more of the juice and store more of the epli, because the epli is incredibly useful if we go to our factory upgrades over here. The epli will allow you to start upgrading the station, and when you upgrade the station, you get more floors so that you can put in more facilities. It also allows you to increase the amount of units that you can start out with. So you start out with like a stack of turrets instead of starting out with just one, or you'll start out with more slots to deploy different types of turrets at the beginning of the game. And so I'd very much like to get my hands on those things. I just haven't gotten there yet. Let me upgrade the cooldown on the meteor missile, because I think the meteor missile was pretty spicy last time. As far as upgrades go on this side, it looks like I can either make carbon steel or I can make nano alloys. I only have space for like 5 carbon steel though. Maybe I do have the storage and maybe it's just like weird. Throw that in there. We'll see what pops out on our next mission completion. Like we'll see what rattles out the other end when we complete another mission. Next mission is Cool Savannah, which is a defense mission. Let's try a mech survival mission. I think you guys will get a kick out of that. So we'll take Ham with us. As far as mech survival missions goes, I've got the minigun turret the most upgraded, so I'll probably take that. And then let's just dive in. I don't know if we're going to survive this or not. But in this mission, I actually get to control the mech right here, which should be a lot of fun. And it kind of spices things up because the orbs in this mission, you can't click on them to pick them up. You actually have to extend yourself and go get them with your mech. These guys right here are mining nodes that give me upgrades. So I'm going to try to grab those as early as possible. I will take an upgrade to my mech's movement speed right here. Wipe those out. Okay, some good upgrades going on so far. Give me another minigun. Oh, I guess I can't go out into the mist. I guess some of the missions you can, though, and it actually clears. I don't know if these shoot at me or not. I guess I'm about to find out the hard way. Do they shoot? Well, I'll tell you what. They take a licking. Like, they actually take a lot of damage to take down. Doesn't look like there's any crazy harvestable nodes over here. But sometimes these right here drop something good when you kill them. Yeah, I was going to say. Grab that real fast. I do like the idea of meteor missiles out here. Let me get meteor missiles. I should be able to outmaneuver these guys. Oh, it looks like they're leaving babies on the ground. Beautiful. This is going to be my holdout spot. I've already decided that this is going to be the spot where I hang out. Okay, got him wiped out. That thing's shooting some kind of weird tentacle thing at me. Drop a missile on that one. Get it wiped out. That's an upgrade. Mech damage goes up. Yeah, I'll take some more damage on my mech, sure. We may actually have to hold up in the corner down here and fight our way back. I don't know. Depends how quickly all these guys go down. Definitely put a missile into the middle of them. Okay. We will set up here, and we will try to hold from this spot. I don't know if it's necessarily going to work out, but it's time for us to start putting up some stiff resistance because they are getting numerous out here. And my minigun go brrrt. Pulling a little tighter. There we go. We'll get like a nice, sweet grid right here. Lots of spiders coming out of that spider hole over there. Why is my minigun turret over there? Did I accidentally grab it while I was clicking around? We got an upgrade over on this side. And I do so desperately want to go get it. And we got a shotgun turret, Imperial Favor. Give me the shotgun turret real fast. They're hitting me from new and exciting, spicy angles. Drop a bomb over there. I don't know why, I really like spamming out these missiles. With these cooldown upgrades, I've been having a good time with the missiles. Maybe help out a little bit along that spot. Pull that back over to there. Pull that back over to there. Bomb over there. Trying to keep track of exactly where the enemy is coming from. Did they kill a turret right there? They might have killed a turret right there. I don't know. Circle them up. We gotta do what we gotta do at this point. Yeah, I think that's exactly what's happening. I think I'm accidentally grabbing turrets while I'm trying to deploy abilities. That may actually hose us. My mech's fire rate goes up. I'm gonna go for the double flame turret. I don't know if I should have wasted a bomb right there. That may have not been the most effective spot for a bomb. Flamethrower turrets absolutely chew through mobs, though. So that should buy us some breathing room on one side or another. Oh, buddy, we're being overwhelmed. Dump everything we have. If you have something, fire it. Knock a big notch in them over there. Try to focus on the big guys. We got 2 minutes left until we're out of here. And honestly, it's not looking crazy great right now. 2 minigun turrets. I'll take it. Anything that, like, actively reinforces our position. I wasn't, like, planning on circling up this aggressively right here, but that's just kind of the way that it went. Looked like my minigun from orbit wasn't reloading right there for a minute. I don't know why. When I pressed the E key, it started reloading, though, so I'm guessing it thought that it was still depressed. It's okay, little minigun. It gets better. That's a lie. It doesn't get better. But, you know, anything to get the minigun back online, all right? Good stuff. Looks like we're starting to fight back the tide over here. Drop that into their back lines. Help out over here a little bit, too, with these exploders before they get too close. Give me a bomb right there, I guess. I believe they're sitting back and shooting at my turret over here. One cool feature I like is that whenever you get a drop pod, the drop pod actively targets the enemy, like it goes for them. So you get like double rewarded for leveling up. Like not only do you get a new turret, you also get a big chunk of enemies wiped out. Drop a bomb right there. Oh my god. It is getting a little bit nasty up in this piece. Get all of them before they start explodomancying all over the place. Turrets are taking a little bit of passive damage right now, though, which is kind of... the attrition is starting to add up. Maybe move you over to there and you over to, like, the position of comfort. Just to be safe for a minute, because we've only got to last another 30 seconds, and then we'll have ourselves some more resources on board. I will take a minigun turret. Sounds good. Give me a minigun turret. I keep going with minigun turrets because they're the ones that I have upgraded like crazy. Like, I've got all my points and everything that I've played around with is going into minigun turrets because I believe in maximum strength DACA no matter what you're trying to undertake. Holding them back a little bit. Drop a bomb right there. Maybe kill a couple. Definitely need some more machine gun damage on my mech, too. I like these active missions. Like the missions where I'm actively doing something, like I'm in RTS control of a nuclear bomb, or I'm in control of a mech. We got a soldier printer. It pumps up liquids and uses them to make soldiers. Well, I gotta see what that's all about. That sounds dope. Let's do that. Well, the bad news is we didn't get our Epley out of here, too, so I guess I've got to look for some kind of storage solution for the Epley. I don't think I was producing anything over here either, so I guess we'll throw that on in there. Just so we have something on the printer being worked on. I need to get to carbon steel. Where's carbon steel at? Yeah, produce for me carbon steel. That's like all that I really care about right now. I need much, much, much more carbon steel. The more of it we have, the happier a camper I shall be. So there's the infantry printer right there. I definitely want to give that a go and see how it works. I just gave us like a 15-minute survival mission so that we can play around with some of this stuff. Oop, you guys are like up in my business already. Okay, we deployed in kind of a bad spot. Minigun's gonna run out pretty soon, so I should probably get that spun up. I need that node to be open as well, though. That would also be ideal. Actually, I think I put a mine on it like that right there. Yeah, sometimes you got these little side objectives. And so what this guy does is, if you've ever played Team Fortress 2, it sends these little carts over here, but you have to have defense in order to defend the little carts that go back to your base, because they can get destroyed. I'm gonna need upgrades before too long. Poor Hamson over here. He's having a rough time. He is having less than an umbop of a time. Get you a little bit. Come on, give me some resources. I just need upgrades. That's all that I need, is I need something to hold the enemy back right here so that I can put the soldier refine around this blood pool and we can start spitting out soldiers. Put that right there. It's got 10,000 HP. Maybe it'll be okay. Give me that. We got 2 minigun turrets out of there, which should be enough to hold back this line right here. Oh, yeah, dude, look, we got little Marines. They're going out and fighting. And you can move the printer around, too, so that it's always on top of your little... Dude, I love it. I have not seen this mechanic yet before, so I love the fact that I get my own little army here, too, that I can play around with. Sort of wondering if I can choke this a little bit closer so that I can also get control of this mine before too long. Is there any blood being produced over here? Yeah, give me some more soldiers. I think Ham can hold it over there with just the soldiers that he has on deck at the moment. We've got another orb on this side. What did it give me? Sniper turret? I think there's only little enemies on this one. So I don't think that I need the sniper turret just yet. The sniper turret is for taking down the big threats, like the chunky threats, the guys that are coming for you. He's going to need some backup over here. He's got a load of soldiers on this side, so it should be okay. Worst comes to worst, I can put that right there, and it'll start spitting out soldiers on this side, too. Oh, we got a big dog over here. I should have taken the sniper turret, dude. I should have taken the sniper turret. But since I'm in the process of getting sniped anyways and taken care of, since I don't think I have the actual oomph to take down the big beetle guys without sniper turrets or whatever, this is Idun. I like it. It's a little bit mobily with regards to like the in-between mission presentation and like the click to drag to move stuff around. But it makes sense in the context of the game once you actually get into the action. The game is still actively in development, so it's difficult to commentate on a title like this because I don't know what's intended, what pieces are missing, and what things are going to be polished up as it moves towards a final release. But they do have a demo, I think, coming out reasonably soon. I think there's some kind of like defense thing going on Steam or something. I don't know, dude. They have some new festival like every 1/8 of a second. And so you'll be able to check the game out soon. Throw it on your wish list. I think the UI could use a little bit of work. It could be kind of hard to like figure out exactly with a lot of the production buildings what you need versus like what's going in contextually. But if you fiddle with it, you can figure it on out. And also, I don't know what things are disabled for the base building and whatnot because this is like a limited build that was just sent out for, I guess, promotional purposes, I suppose. But if we stick to the gameplay itself, just like fighting bugs and setting up defensive lines, I've had a lot of fun with the missions inside of this game. I think it's enjoyable. I like the scale of it. I like the mayhem of it. And my advice would be to continue leaning on that mayhem. The wilder and crazier that this game gets, the more successful it's going to be. This is a spectacle game, so it needs to lean on its strong point, being a ridiculous spectacle. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, it was Idun. Tomorrow it'll be something else. Bye.